Welcome one and all. For your first time or your millionth, alright, millionth is probably a stretch. I don't think we have quite that many videos out, but hey, welcome everybody. I'm Habbage. Glad you're here. We're going to play, and wow, little voice crack there. And enjoy a bit of citrus while we do. Not Nathan's Hot Dog Eatery. It's my current mess around world. I gotta say, Anybody watch Netflix's Money Heist? I've been catching a few of those in the evenings and playing some Minecraft while I do. It's tough because there are subtitles. That's a Spanish language. It was, I believe, I don't know how scattered out it is, but filmed in Spain. And for those kind of things, I do try to watch in the original language and read the subtitles as opposed to translated, or dubbed in voices. So here we go. Anyway, pretty good show. I didn't realize when I started how much that series is actually done. I totally got the whole Netflix recommend this new episodes available, and I'm like, oh sweet, season two. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just go back and watch this first season quick. It'll be awesome. And checked into it, and after I'd was winding down on the first part, quote unquote, I checked and we're like, oh, how many episodes are left in this? It was like a while back. It was while I had all the fever and everything. I'm like, should I stay up? Is it like one more episode to close out this season? Will I be caught up? And I looked. It may be season two. I don't understand what the distinction is yet. And anytime you find this out, you don't want to get spoiled on it, right? It's kind of drama. It really feels like a soap opera put into a crime story, but it's pretty well done action and all that. And there's hostages and violence and all that kind of stuff. But it feels like the storylines are daytime soaps. For instance, there's a guy that goes into a coma that has all the secret information and all that, and will he wake up, won't he, all that kind of stuff. And so it's like the writers came right out of daytime TV, and I don't know, I don't know what Spanish or anything like that, but it's like, oh, I've never been a big soap opera fan. In fact, since I was a kid, I don't think I've ever watched one. But even when I was a little kid, I remember Days of Our Lives and The World Turns or whatever it was, and General Hospital. I think all those keep going, and they perpetually lead you up to a cliffhanger, and then something comes in to prevent the whole thing from falling apart. Feels like that a little bit. But anyway, they had these parts instead of seasons. And so when I saw new episodes available or season two coming or whatever, I was like, oh yeah, let's go. No. You got got a long-term proposition going. So there's like 5 parts before you ever get to whatever's coming up. And since I don't want to ruin all those, and since people can die and various things can happen, I don't want to ruin it and go, oh, okay, well now I don't need to worry about that for the next year. Much bigger proposition than I ever imagined going in. All right. Did we ever come up with a name for a cartographer? I don't think we did. I haven't seen any comments, so jump in. You still got a chance. Here we go. We're going to take off. This is the way back to our base. I think the first mansion was kind of right out there. But here's just for our perspective. In fact, I don't want to put stuff. So there, you can just see the bottom of the village out through this little outline on the fence. Our horse trail goes out that way. The portal is there, and when we first flew, we went that way. We came back on kind of a diagonal, and then we came back from here. And I kind of think, let's see. Okay, and I think base is back that way, right? Biggest number goes back. So we've kind of flown back a little bit on that edge. So now I'm turned around again. Let's go north. I don't think we've really gone out north. We'll kind of go out, and like I said, we're going to go about 10K blocks. So that would be to about 32, and then we can come back across to complete out this little diamond area. If we get that far, whatever, we can come straight back. We're looking for one mystery biome, which we think is either Mushroom Island or ice spikes. So we'll be keeping an eye out for those two. And if we don't find them and get all the way up to 10K, then we'll open up this map and see if it takes us back to the same mansion or to a different one. Those are our goals. Obviously, top priority is we don't want to die. And we're midday, so let's not waste any more time. We've talked a whole bunch. You're kind of about to get a rocket in the face, dude. I don't want to hit you. All right, we're off. So yeah, sorry for the sidetrack first. It's kind of like, you got to talk while you're waiting for the world to load, and then also wait. I don't like this biome builder thing. Is that really what we're looking at? Where these are okay, so we're still flying around our kind of base area. There's our bridges. And I think we'd flown out over that ocean. So we've kind of gone around the vicinity here a little bit of our base, but not a long distance exploration, I don't think. And of course, I could be wrong, but far enough. Really won't matter too much. Other things we'd like to find right in the vicinity. Maybe some more Badlands. We saw a lot of those on our first flights. And it was pretty cool looking as we were getting our first looks at 118, but I wouldn't mind having one really close by and accessible somewhere. We could go back to the original one too, but I don't really feel like ferrying supplies back and forth. But I'd really like to start getting some terracotta. And I don't know of a lot of people that are like, oh, you know what I want to do is use a lot of glazed terracotta. It's kind of busy, but in limited doses, it's cool. I just like the actual blocks, and they're sadly not very blast resistant, but they can really add in some color to your builds. And whenever we get to the point of kind of building up the fishing villages or whatever we've got along the coasts, we'll want to use some of those various colors and things to supplement wood. I'm thinking like, again, if we're thinking like Alaskan, Canadian, steep coastal areas, I'm thinking Pacific coast of the North American continent, right? Once you get up Oregon-ish, it starts to get fairly steep. Some of California certainly as well, but not like Southern California, Baja, where it's flat and beachy and all that kind of stuff. Really, where you got rocks meeting sea and mountains up above them. Anything that's got the Cascades in play will. Ooh, look at that. It's kind of cool. Again, A little bit more speed on the world gen would be nice, but it is what it is. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of keep doing our zigzag here. I don't consider this too bad, really. I mean, considering size of our world, the fact that I'm doing this all on a laptop, it's not uh, honestly, unless you're getting by with an older laptop or or something that is really making do, which is fine. We've all, I think, hey, unless you're really lucky, we've all made do. We've all gotten stuff secondhand. We've um, gotten to look at it as the hey, I'm getting to do stuff, right? And that's not to be taken lightly or something not to be grateful for, right? Is having uh, having enough to get by, right? Um, Look, we landed so that we could take care of this. All right, we're still over halfway on the wings. There we go, and we made it up to 25. So about 3K so far. Let's get our rocket set back up. Wow. Shake off like a dog. All right. Should get us up quite a ways. I don't know why that. Ooh, it's some jungle. Um, why that lags quite so much? Like 3 rockets should get you up to a couple 100 feet of elevation, altitude, whatever you want to call it. Right off the bat. See, like that one got us all the way up to 190, but when I just held my finger down and burned through a bunch of them, we still only got. See any gold there? Here we go, jungle. This looks like at least just an edge. And I absolutely, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the jungle biome. I love the big jungle trees. If you need to know my excitement, go check out the old slow cooker um, stuff when we were first getting started on the base. I don't know if we bought them from a wandering trader, but grew up some big jungle trees. And I was just so happy because at that point we hadn't found a jungle. So I think it was a trade, but we grew up a beach area with big trees, got some lights on them, gorgeous, and they became a big part of our villager trading outpost. What do we call that? Like a mountain. I styled it on like a mountain lodge where the south-facing windows went all the way up to the roof, and it was kind of built in a lean-to style a little bit. Oh, here's some more jungle. And as we talked about, if in this adventure, where we fly out, check the terrain as we're going, look for biomes, and get another 5,000 blocks out and go, okay, we're out here, we pull the map, hopefully, I'm kind of expecting to then find another mansion to go through. Hopefully, not have any incidents with the vexes. Remember, first priority is don't die. There's a village. Nice acacia wood roofs. Good from the sky. Um, then yeah, we'd maybe go all the way back and try getting to our originally located Mushroom Island because um, we had it, and those biomes changed names. If if you weren't aware, so it used to be um, what was it like Mushroom Island Hills and Mushroom Island Shores or something like that. And now, dude, we're seeing like three villages. There's one over there. We passed the one, and then there's another one here. It's a metroplex. Get some real elevation here. And just try to fly slow. That big spike in the middle. It's pretty cool. Fortunately, not the kind of spike we're looking for. So what else we got going on? Let's see. Um, Everybody getting ready for the holiday season? You guys have vacations coming up from work or school? Looking forward to some time off, hopefully with family, friends. Um, I know I talked about it before, but I'm really, after having missed out on seeing the family at the holidays last year, this is going to be a fun treat. Go spend time at my folks. I know they're excited to see us. I got to talk to my sister this morning, just kind of, hey, how's everything going? You guys doing good? Feeling ready? So that will be a real highlight, and of course, getting to see them a couple times this year was pretty awesome too. And we enjoy all those moments. But yeah, we're let's see, 11 days out from Christmas Day, and I travel earlier that week, so I haven't begun stacking up videos yet. As I said, trying to get uh, all the various stuff ready to go in terms of gifts and preparing on the laundry a little bit. Not so much that I need to pack or anything. I'm one of those like, yeah, you don't pack until you're, because my flight will be early. I'll kind of pack the morning or the night before and just throw in the last minute stuff in the morning before I head out. But you gotta do all that. Just kind of start the house cleaning, all that kind of prep stuff, because you don't want to come back to a mess. You don't want to have anything hanging over. And take it from me, you're a true procrastinator. Your holiday stress is going to go up and up and up and up and up as it gets closer and closer. So anything that you don't have to have hanging over your head is nice. The thing I've been fighting the most this year is just it doesn't. It still doesn't feel like winter. Sunday, I said I was out with a buddy, and it was 60s, and had layers on, and I wasn't wearing like a stocking cap or anything, but I had a hood that I could pull up if it got breezy or chilly or anything like that, and it was so comfortable and nice. It was actually just gorgeous to be sitting out on a mid-December day, and that doesn't always happen. At least not without like sitting outside at a ski resort in your ski gear, having some lunch or a beer or something like that on the slopes in the sunshine and all that. That can feel pretty great too, but it's a different consideration there. You're working hard from doing the skiing. Oh, okay. We're going up. Ooh, that's gonna be a thing. Fortunately, our moon is coming up. Let's go over towards this water. Oh, for a second there, the visual was like, oh, it's kind of dark. Maybe that's the deal. Why is that so light? I didn't do that, did I? It's probably an absolutely terrible idea. Yeah, why does that seem so light? Oh, okay. Hang on. Get back out here. I don't see stars yet. So maybe we can get a jump on some of this. I'll go ahead and... Ooh, those got lower than I expected. I did a lot more turning. 3 of those, and put this away, and now sleep before anything nasty comes along to see us. Oop. Okay, that, need that. And away we go. See, that was 4 rockets, and we only get up to here. Now I kind of want to get sucked into this wherever there's water, right? Because one of the 2 biomes are going to be those Mushroom Island. I have no idea. I don't know if anybody else does. If Mushroom Island's got more or less rare with this update. I mean, I don't think they probably significantly changed Mushroom Islands all that much, but how all of the additional, snowy mountains, icy mountains, the caves don't really matter, but when they're resetting everything, does that by design force them to be a little smaller or just have less opportunities to spawn? I don't know. It's kind of stuff that people that really like crank in on the code and get to know the game, I respect. I don't think that's particularly cheating. I know, or cheaty, I should say. It quotes again. Play the game how you want to play it. I'm not one to tell you my ways, right? But I think the folks that really it was a weird noise from outside. I thought you guys heard it. Okay, it was a kid. I was like, was that an animal? Um, okay, we really did get turned there. Sometimes happen. You haven't noticed, I'm trying to just do a, like, back and forth, west to east, trying to always keep it moving northerly, and that just gives more chance for stuff to generate and a little bit wider visual path, right? We get to see, depending on the width, a few biomes. Maybe loop back around this way, because that looked like, I guess it was just weird sand. I was wondering if that was like the edge of a desert village stuck into the forest. Oh, that's some swamp. Pumpkins. Dark forest. Just keep checking out into this ocean just in case there's an island around. Because that's just lava falling. It's like, is that a pumpkin? No. Just the first block's worth of lava. Well, I think that's the ocean. Just wondering if that river is connected back in. So I think or obviously I could just turn and we'd be right there, but probably go through the day out rather, like 3,200, okay, or 32,000. So we reached our 10K goal, but I think as long as we're flying and geared up, we'll just keep heading this way for the rest of this Minecraft day. And when we've done that, oh, come on, then we'll open the map. See what we've got, where that takes us. And fun as it would be if it, oh, hey, look, you go another 500 blocks and you get your mansion, like that last one. If it could do that and send us, ooh, there's a tower, and send us over the biome we need, that would be phenomenal. While we're here, let's check for a village or a water temple. The Ocean Monument Temple is the more important of the two, right? We can make a village and a raid farm, however we want to do it, as needed next to a pillager outpost, but we can't create that ocean monument for the mining fatigue effect. So just saying, game. Ocean Temple. Right here, right? I don't see either one, honestly. We don't even seem to have much of that ocean left. Big tree. Sun's starting to get a little lower. Always seems we find a forest, usually a hilly one, right as we're getting ready for landing for the night. Trying to pick a spot. It was interesting that cows seem to be one of the first things that show up in the world. Like, is that legit, or is the game then building the world around those, like rules for chance of animal, and goes, okay, now we need a plains, or is that just the graphical rendering? All right, you there? So, we will pick up our bed here. Swap this. Save those in reserve. All right, here we go. Shoot. Kind of feels like we opened the wrong one, doesn't it? I don't know that that was possible, though. I think it would be in here. Okay. Let's get out of chest mode. Okay, yeah, it is the same. That. Durr. I was hoping. Some passerby someday may need that map. Well, shucks. Okay. Now we know. And now, I guess her wings looking pretty good. Review them again after today. I think maybe east, kind of out a long ways, and then we'll start winding our way back. What a bummer. Let's just check time. I have no idea. 34. Alright. Sunflowers. So now we'll kind of go north-south, ever eastward. If we can. The ocean. Flower forest. You got this game. Okay, there's the Guardian Temple that was not at all close to the pillager outpost. So now I guess go along the shore here and look for another one. And that would, that's probably just as important at this point as the biomes for our long-term plans is getting something that we can work with for how do we get here is a target location. And it can pretty much be anywhere. We'll go to it. Biggest challenge there will be moving with the shulker through the nether. So again, some ice highways may come into play there. And again, that's the kind of thing with like the maps and the code and using the seed to find terrain or features. That's the part that for me feels like I'm and when I say cheaty, not cheaty in the fact that how I feel like I'm cheating myself if I do that. You lose out on this hunting and things that are designed to be rare in a game. You're supposed to get that little bump of, oh wow, I found it. Not everybody's done that. Well, of course, everybody can if the game says, or if the seed in a map generator or seed decoder says, go to these coordinates to find a mansion, or you can look through and have it plotted out where all the ocean monuments are as alongside all the pillager outposts. You're going to go, okay, it looks like this is our closest one within 20,000 blocks. We're just going to go towards there. You can do that. For me, that just takes a lot of the fun out of wondering as you're going, what would have happened if we were 150 blocks over and loading up chunks to that side? Did we miss something? You want to have that sense of wonder and good fortune when you find stuff. the is the game messing with me feeling when it's not working out. Well, that adds a lot. When you're doing advancements in particular, um, because a lot of these advancements are um, built around scarcity or the way that the game um, kind of entices you to look at stuff and take some risks. Get out away from your base in order to find stuff. So I don't know. It's just a bit of rambling here as we fly. Um, we've kind of traded in our eastward for following this ocean. In case you hadn't noticed, I wasn't mentioning that quite as much, but oceans are going to be a good spot for potentially finding mushrooms. I just really wish I knew whether or not there was this little mushroom island, and I don't, I don't typically go back and watch the stuff that I've done. I'd rather be playing than watching myself play. Um, but it really makes me wonder if I was watching a stream when early when 118 first came out. I was coming off like a coastline into an ocean, and there was a little, probably smaller than this, mushroom island with no cows. It was just a couple mushrooms. For the life of ooh, jungle temple. It's kind of cool. Um, we been there, done that. They don't have good loot, but they're cool. I really like the look. They're nostalgic because they were one of the first features that you could find that were kind of built-in adventure stuff. They had the redstone and the tripwires and all that. Shipwreck. Sometimes it's tough to just tell if that was chunks that weren't loading. Oh, that is a ship. More jungle. I don't know why I'm throwing extra rockets at this. Let's go. Let's go back over here. I'm already too low. Boonk. Kind of wanted to sleep next to that turtle, but this'll have to do. All right, son. All right, we're back up. Get the bed. Check the time. 43. We can do another day's worth. Check the wings. Let's swap them. And you do that. All right. Okay. So we should maybe think about going south now. We've come over about 500 blocks ish, 680, whatever. Um, I don't know. I guess we'll keep going. So that's kind of the way we came from. This ocean got me turned. I'd like to get... I guess we did come all that way out. I was like, oh, I think we've gone east far enough, but we... Oh, don't kill me! Don't kill me! Thank you. Thank you, game. If we start getting a lot of those, we may have to... Northeast. See now, like, where did all that jungle go? Right? What just happened? Can understand it, like, jumping us forward, but... Here we are all deserty, with deserty stuff we really didn't see yet. Oh, but here's a mesa. Not a mesa. It's a Badlands. Ooh, some gold there. We may... Oh, don't. Let's land. I'll kind of explore around here on foot to end this episode because I think we're getting to the upper limits of just free cash. All right, so which way? I think we flew over that, right? Coming from this way. So we were flying north as we discovered. This was the big hole. Not a crazy big hole, but we kind of started out that way and we followed it up here. And good there. We'll jot if we find like mines and all that kind of stuff. Oh, see, this is boom, boom, boom. Oh, now we have no stone. Get in there. Eh. Do I see another gold over here, though? Is there one down? Maybe not. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Haven't stopped that one in a while. Alright, so let's go check this out a little bit. There's two reasons. In my infidelity worlds that I've been playing with, where I have seen some ice spikes, they have occasionally bumped up. Oh, excuse me, a little indigestion there. Against Badlands or mesas, and same goes historically with mushrooms. Oh, look at that. Yeah, this is fun. And I just, as I said, like to find one. This isn't exactly close or convenient, but if we can find some cool mines and all that kind of stuff, we can certainly come and hang out a little bit. We've got the one that isn't even fully explored way back close to our original base. Game, you need to catch up. I'm giving you all this extra time, but that could be a sign of mines coming. Oh, look at... So there's definitely looks like mines out that way. We got a big old mountainy slab of Badlands that way. This little bit of desert in between. Oh, so it reminds me of all the Southwest, all the trips and opportunities I get to go down. Kind of heading west out of New Mexico. Even a little bit of southwestern Colorado catches it from Colorado National Monument, kind of moving down. But even like the Grand Mesa area and Silverton and some of those don't really really pick it up. Telluride is there, and it feels very Alpen, just like Uray and Silverton do. They're kind of in the corner, but then you get past those to like Durango and Mesa Verde area, and it begins to give you this, but really once you get out into Utah and south into New Mexico and over into Arizona, you're out on a hot hike. I usually try to go kind of early spring when the heat's not bad, and I'm talking like early March when nobody's there. People are thinking spring break, like, oh yeah, I want to go to a beach or something like that. No, get me to the hot deserty places when they're comfortable and no tourists are there. Best time to do it. Um, yeah, you just kind of like climb up a ridge or something and see that expanse with big colorful hills in the distance. Um, you can kind of see those little microclimates too. Like we saw there, there was some sandy desert in the middle, right? Um, there's a village out there, but that kind of seems like it's dwindling a little bit. Show me ice spikes. Who's that Family Feud guy? The guy that would always come out and greet the families, right? And just totally. This is going way back to like the '80s when I was a little kid, early '80s, probably legacy of the '70s. Um, with this game host, and I apologize, I don't know his name. He was um, long time, lots of games and all that, but Family Feud at least is where I knew him from and still recognize him or would recognize the face. Come out and just like totally lip lock every single every single female guest. It's like, all right, Joe Bob, you're up. Think real hard because this game's coming down to you. In the meantime, he's like got his just totally finding the guy's wife or daughter or worse. It wasn't anything awful like that, but just very affectionate in his greetings of his female guests. Definitely wouldn't see that going on these days, which is a good thing, I think. But different world, a little innocence lost, I guess, right? That's as it was everybody kind of like, yeah, uh-huh. And I've always wondered Happy Gilmore when the big guy's like, you can count on me in the parking, waiting for you in the parking lot, kind of deal. Like, how many of the husbands, brothers, and all that would be telling that host guy after, went a little far there, pal. All right. This hasn't produced any of the things we were particularly looking for. We saw that one distant kind of like surface, looked like tunnels that had been opened up, but haven't just seen the exposed gold mine area to go play in. We'll get there. Come on, game. It's like, man, the hour's almost up. I just want to go to sleep. And that we will be doing likely. Not me sleeping, but sleeping on additional videos today. I don't know, again, that I'm even going to start pre-recording stuff or what that's going to look like. I'm really considering, this is not me, um, considering trying to come up with some alternate content for some of the holiday season stuff. See what you guys think, what your actions are. Let me know in the comments. You won't obviously see any of that until we get closer. Um, so that the ooh, maybe we'll park it here. We got a village. We got a thing. If we can find any, ooh, and we've got a little deal. If we could find an ocean monument in there, this might be worth exploring a little bit more. So I think we're close. 55. Hey, perfect. So let's go ahead and save here. While that's coming up, I will get this on. It's going to take it a while to save up all the chunks that we loaded there. There we go. We got the background. So we all know the world is safe and sound. So what did I say? We got over a week still that I'll be, trying to at least record these videos day of or around there with our world. And then I think through the holiday season, we'll kind of take a Toehold on Eternity holiday vacation. And what all I find for all those days, I'm not sure, but you guys will be able to watch along and find out. But as we said in the next video, if you've kind of skipped through on the flying stuff and just want to know, we did not find, unfortunately, much of note for science. And for anybody who's wondering, it appears that it does not matter where you first open a Woodland Explorer map. It is based on the seller's location, I'm guessing. So he sells us a map. He's going to sell us the same map every time. Probably can go find that out on the wiki, but we just found it out for ourselves. So we disproved that he's got no more value to us there, but he does sell some banners and can certainly give us a lot of good emeralds for glass panes and paper. So all of that it can still come into play. But if we want to try to do maps to additional woodland mansions, we're going to have to either bring along a villager or something. Who knows? We'll probably do one back close to our original base to get another thing. But right now we are very well stocked out on totems after we got 6 more. I think we still had 3. So, well, we'll figure all that out when we get back, way back to home eventually. But yeah, next episode, we're going to explore this immediate area. We've got the remnants of a Badlands biome, but we've got a village in fairly close proximity to a pillager outpost, and if we can find a ocean monument fairly close, I mean, we'd passed one not long before we found this whole mesa, so maybe backtrack a bit and try to track that down and see would that be an area that would work for us to coordinate all of our how do we get here efforts. Would be cool. So we got coming up. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is when you're watching these. Enjoy it. Do take breaks though if you're playing or watching a bunch of content. Get out there, stretch your legs. Hope you're enjoying some nice weather. And remember, take care of all the stuff you need for your holiday travels or hosting people or visiting people, or if you're just doing stuff around town, get that stuff done and be stress-free as you go into your visits with loved ones. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.